In this episode, we're going to inspect and then take apart our Fiat 500. Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the vlog. If this is the first time you're seeing this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you'll be notified whenever we release any new vlogs. So the Fiat 500 has been delivered today, which is great. And just before we go down and take a look at it, I had a real decent chat with a guy who delivered the vehicle, and he actually offered me some discount rates to actually deliver the cars in future, so I shall certainly be taking him up on that. So of course, with any car like the Fiat that I'm going to take apart, it's really important that I have a decent workshop manual to be able to take the car to pieces, because in this car, although I'm just changing the bodywork, there are some electrical elements that I'm going to have to repair, and so it's important that when I replace those electrical elements that I completely have a thorough understanding of what parts they are, the color codes, etc., the ampage, voltage, etc. That's quite important for me to know. And to help me in this pursuit, I always take a look and I always get some manuals, car manuals. Now, let me show you the company that I use. So for whatever car manual that I need, I always use e-online manual, because they have a comprehensive range of car manuals that you can use, and they cover virtually every single model. There isn't a car that they don't cover. I used to have an old Alfa Romeo Alfa Sud, and I had a look to see if they had a manual for it, and yet here they are, Alfa Sud manuals, you can believe. The manuals are the workshop manuals, so they are the manuals that the garages use, and the quality of these manuals are outstanding. For the Fiat 500, for the Seat Leon, and also my Ford Ka, I bought the manuals from this website because they were so comprehensive, and I was quite surprised that they actually had the manual for the Seat, being the fact that it's a UK car, because this is being a US site. But really, they have every single model here. So as you can see here, the Mark III, which is the model that I had, they had all the manuals here. In fact, for the Fiat 500 manual, as you can see here, this is the manual that I'll be using for the 500, and it covers some 8,276 pages, an absolutely phenomenal level of detail. And like I said, this covers all the procedures that the garage will normally use in order for them to be able to do routine maintenance. And it doesn't stop there. For some of the older manuals, they use this virtual box, which runs on embedded Windows XP, but it gives you a detailed explanation of all the different components. So here you can see, I'm looking at the screen here, this is the component that I'm going to be looking for that I need to replace. So P005, and if I do a search for that, I can look up that part and it will tell me exactly what that is, and I will then be able to get, there we go, the horn. So I know that I then have to do have to rewire the horn and be able to then, I can then take a look at that in detail. So it's a great little guide, and a great I thoroughly do recommend using the site. And if you look on my description below, you can see a link that will take you there, and you'll be able to buy any manual that you need for your vehicle repairs. Okay, so let's take a look at the car now, and let's take a look at all the things that need to be done to get this car right. And don't forget what our challenge is. Our challenge is to repair this car without needing to take it to a body shop. So let's take a look at the car now. Okay, so the car has been delivered, and here is our Fiat 500. So we're going to do a quick inspection of the damage. So blatantly, the front bumper, as you can see, that has melted, as you saw in the video. Certainly should be replaced. We need a new headlight. We need a new tyre. So I'm going to take the wheel off in a second and we'll get a new tyre. We need a new bonnet. Although the bonnet itself is absolutely fine, but because it's melted, it's going to need to be repainted. So to repaint this is going to cost around 200 quid. So instead, what I'm going to do is buy another one in good condition. We also need a new wing. That wing's gone. It would probably be fine, but I'm going to replace it because I would have to repaint it, and then that will add to the cost. The undersill on the wing, that's the all-weather board that stops water from getting inside the wing. That's melted, so we need to get a new one of those. And of course the tyre, oh well, there's a hole in it because it's all melted, so we need to get a new tyre as well. Come around to the front, we're going to need to get a new daylight running bulb and light. The horn, that's melted. The cabling around the horn, that's also melted as well. So that's the horn cable. Actually it's not, it's something else. I have to figure out what that is. That's the daylight running light cable. That's all melted, so I need to get a new one of those. And then potentially a new under tray as well. And then finally around the front, new number plate and a new badge. On the side, new mirror, new door mirror, that's well and truly gone. And also this door wing trim that needs to be replaced as well. Other than that, the car is absolutely fine. Like I said, on the inside there is no damage. The car is absolutely fine on the inside. Although what I have noticed is this door handle, it's a different colour. It's not the right door. If you see the hinge head, it's like that chromey matte. So I need to get another one of those, see if I can find one of those. And on the outside here, you can see that they've had a bit of a rub. So what I'm going to do in the first instance is get some touch-up paint and see if we can just make that better. So that's the only paintwork that's going to be done on this car. But other than that, this car, that is the only thing that's wrong with the car. The car runs and drives and works absolutely fine. On this side, we've just got that little ding here that we showed you. I'm gonna see if I can push it out, but that might be a scratch there, so I might need to sort that out. But I'll take a punt to see if I will do that. Right, okay, so the first thing I need to do, I'm gonna go and get a new tyre. So I'm gonna jack the car up, we'll get a new tyre, and then fit that on the car. Then I can get the car into the garage and we can start the strip down. Okay, wheel off. It's now time to take this wheel to get replaced. So let's go and do that now. We'll stick him in the back of the Corsa and then we'll go and get a replacement. Good, right. New tyre time.
2 hours later.
Okay, so we've got the wheel back now. Just got to put the new tyre back onto the car and then we can move the car into the garage where we can then start doing the strip down. So let's put the car or the tyre back on. Okay, so that's one job done. Tyre now back on the car, looking good. So we can get the car into the garage. Oh, and by the way, yes, it's not a winter tyre, it's a normal tyre, a summer tyre. So let's get the car now in the garage now that it's got air in it, it's not going to damage the rim, and then we can start looking at tearing the rest of the car down. Okay, change of plan. I thought it's such a nice day that we'll work outside instead of in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jack up the car. We're going to take the front wheel off on this side, and then we'll take the wing, the bonnet, and then the front off, which will then make the car prepared or ready for its new parts. Okay, so there you go, everything is now stripped right back. So the car is now ready to receive its new parts. The only thing I've got to take off is the bonnet. I'm going to take that off in a second. But these are wires that need to be replaced. So this bit of loom here, I'm going to have to strip right back to here till I see clean wire. And then literally I'm going to just rewire the whole lot. And then the horn needs to be replaced, as I said earlier as well, because that's melted. But other than that, everything else is fine. Oh, and the other thing, which I was really glad to see, is that the indicator is okay as well. Obviously the indicator bulb isn't, or the housing, but the actual indicator holder, this brown bit here, that's absolutely fine. Good. Okay, so I guess the only thing left for me to do now is put the car back together and get these bits ready for the trash. Actually, I'm going to keep the wing because the wing's still good, but everything else is just scrap. All right, last thing, take the bonnet off and then we're done. Okay, time to get that wheel on and get the car back in the garage awaiting the new parts. Okay, so that's it for this week. In terms of the strip down the car is now just waiting for all the bits to come. Hopefully they should all arrive this week, and then we'll be able to put them together next weekend. In fact, the first bit has already arrived, and that's the bonnet. And the bonnet is absolutely perfect. I did a color match and it was a perfect match in every way, so very pleased with that. Now we just gotta wait for the other bits to come. And one other thing that I've discovered while I was just checking the car, I noticed that the switch at the back here doesn't work. This is a very common fault with these cars. Next week I'm going to show you how to fix it. It involves taking off this rear piece here. There's a little micro switch which gets stuck, so hopefully it will just be stuck and we just need to give it a bit of a lube and then that should work again. But the actual lock itself works because I can lock it with the key. It just doesn't respond to the actual latch, which is a good clue. So we'll take a look at that and then hopefully we'll fix that next week. Okay, so that's it for this week. Next week we will be assembling all the parts that hopefully will arrive this week, and we should be able to get this car back up and running and in one piece by the end of next week, which would be good to see. And just before we go, I just want to give a quick shout out to some YouTube channel that I've been watching. The channel is called Burning Rubber. A bunch of guys based in the US, but it's a new channel, and they do a similar thing to what I do, but and buying cars from Copart. So be sure to give them a look up and give them some thumbs up as well, because what they're doing is really good. And if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe down below, and also give us a thumbs up as well, because that really helps the channel grow. And don't forget to press that bell for some notifications, so immediately when I release a video, you'll be the first to know. You can comment on the content. So that's it for this week, guys. Thank you for viewing this, and we will see you next Monday.